Hello, friends. My name is Becky Davidson with Win with Becky Sales Training. And so I'm really excited to share my programs that I have to help people 2x, 3x, 4x their sales, close 1 to 5 or more sales every week on repeat, how to have more effective one call decision making conversations, and how to work smarter and not harder, how to close more effectively. So, many people ask, where did you get your training, or what program are you using? Well, I've created my own program. It's called Getting to Yes, the Roadmap to the Close. And it's based on really two things. One, it's based on 80,000 hours in the trenches, studying, holding appointments, prospecting. The activity I've done in over 80,000 hours of sales is a lot of training, a lot of opportunity, a lot of connecting, a lot of testing and tweaking. I have spent over 40 years studying the psychology of what moves the needle, what inspires people to make decision, how to more effectively communicate, why buyers buy. And you study people and study how we say things and how they respond, patterns appear. And I've learned a lot of things in over 40 years. But the second thing, was my time that I have spent educating myself, learning the sales, studying from other masters. And one of the biggest was the Dale Carnegie sales course. I was an okay, average salesperson until I got trained. I invested in my training. I took the Dale Carnegie sales course. That program gave me the framework that I needed to feel more confident, to communicate better, to lead decisions, to lead people to a decision and getting to yes and to get to yes. And that's why I call my program Getting to Yes, the roadmap to the close. That's what we want, right? We all want to get to yes. And so I have taken what I've learned in my 40 years, plus the time that I spent at the Dale Carnegie sales course, and all of that foundational framework training that I learned, and I've put it in my program. And I'm super excited to share it with you. My program comes a couple different ways. You can absorb it a couple different ways. One, I do one-on-one coaching. I do 3 month or 6 month one-on-one training. So we can do a 3 month intensive and really get it in your head, get that framework in place. We're going to take what you have already, and we're just going to tweak the things that need to be tweaked. We're going to look at what's working. We're going to look at what needs to be improved. Those little subtle things. It's not a complete overhaul. It's those small minor tweaks that get you to yes that make a huge difference. And so we're going to look at that. We're going to make those tweaks. The 6 month program is also the first 3 months. We're going to really study and dive into the framework. And the second set of 3 months, we're going to do more strategy and connecting and keeping you accountable and communicating and making sure what we learned in the first 3 months sticks and stays, because once it becomes habit, it becomes yours. And that's what happened with me. I learned it, I studied it, I practiced it, it became a habit. I started winning cars, trips, rookie of the year, salesperson of the year, getting promoted. And that's what happens when you apply the knowledge. So I do one-on-one training. I also do a hybrid group and one-on-one training called the Sales Accelerator Intensive. Now, that, of course, is a little bit less expensive. You're doing it in a group, 3 weeks of one on one, 6 weeks of 1.5 hour small group training. I love them both. Some people really benefit more from that one on one because they really need that one on one time. But then others can get the knowledge and apply the knowledge in the group. And so, of course, it's going to be a little less expensive, but either way, you're going to get my manual, you're going to get my cold to sold worksheet. But what you're going to learn is the framework. I have studied the art of selling, the science and psychology of selling for 40 years. I have over 400 books that I've read and studied because school's never out for the pro. So I have spent a lot of time studying and listening and training and going to courses and going to workshops. And I have never had anyone other than the Dale Carnegie sales course where I got this type of framework that I'm going to teach how to lead people to decision, how to ask the right questions at the right time to get the right answer. We're going to take it from cold prospecting, piquing interest, creating that interest, getting those appointments, getting your pipeline full, intercepting objections, how to communicate on that presentation. What I tell my clients, if they follow this and do what I suggest that they do, and the art is really in the questions we're going to ask throughout, how we're going to lead that conversation, then you will get to the end of the sales conversation and your clients will say things like, how do we get started? What's my next step? What do you need from me? Because they are sold. We're going to teach you how to lower resistance, build buying desire so that the customer, the prospect sells themselves. It's not hard to sell. Sales isn't hard if your prospect sells themselves. And if you do all the things that I teach in my Getting to Yes program, your customer will start selling themselves. They will start buying because they are excited. They have the buying desire. You've gotten rid of all the objections and resistance because unfortunately, the worst objection is the one they don't tell you. It's there, they're just not telling you. So, whether you want the group training or the one on one, I would suggest that you book your first session free, no cost, no obligation. And what sets me apart from all the other sales trainers out there? Well, first off, my pricing. I keep my pricing super affordable. Why do I do that? Because I want it accessible. The people that need it the most may not have the money sitting around. So I do not want anyone to not get my program, get my training because they can't afford it. Two, when we keep it low and affordable, it's so easy to get an ROI. It's so easy to convert. The other thing that sets me apart is I am in the trenches with you. I'm promoting you, referring you, recommending you, shouting you out, doing lives with you. I share my audience, my connections. I want to help you get visibility because not only am I going to teach you how to hunt for business, I'm going to teach you how to attract business, how to show up on social media, how to attract people, how to set yourself apart, how to create unique selling advantage, and how to build your authority so you are the best solution. If you want to be the best solution, you want to attract those customers, convert them more efficiently, work smarter and not harder, then I would suggest you get your time on my calendar to do the free one-on-one sales strategy session. And hey, if it works that you want to work with me, I would graciously and happily work with you. I do have some courses. You get my courses, my Slay on Social, you get my Magic Words and Power Phrases, my Facebook group growth course. I give those away for free for all my one-on-one and group coaching clients because I want to put everything in your arsenal to help you win and close sales. So if you're ready to win, let's talk. I would love to meet you, share with you what we could do to 2x, 3x, or 4x your business. Have a great day.